It's time for women, indeed, it is time for women. You and I must take responsibility for making real the religions this country says it believes in. It's time for women to be an organized international voice for peace, a religious critic of national policies that threaten the life of the world, a sign of peace on the local level everywhere. It's time for women to reach across the borders that men will not breach, to take the hands of the other, not to bind them, but to bond them. It's time for women's analysis of world situations and women's solutions to conflict to be heard. The Global Peace Initiative of Women is asking, therefore, that women like this, that women like you, prod, press, provoke, so that in the name of Brahman, the Buddha, Yahweh, Jesus, and the Prophet, that the United Nations institutionalize what they alone have had the courage to create, a public rostrum and a universal call to the women, spiritual, and religious leaders of this world to monitor, create, and publicly critique new initiatives for peace under the status and aegis of the UN, the kind of peacemaking that armies, politicians, and even religion itself has not given us up to this time. We need to develop the kind of religion that finally makes us love one another. When we need to foil the dictators who are using religion as a prop to keep themselves in power. When we clearly need to release women, the boldest and most unmanageable of all revolutionaries. Then perhaps we too, this country too, this government too, the samurais of this time too, will finally come to see things differently, do things differently, deal with things differently. Then we too will come to know the real difference between heaven and hell.